If love alone could sustain a marriage, Tuface and Annie Idibia would be unbreakable, but is love enough? Let's talk about that. After over a decade together, countless ups and downs, a love story that has inspired many. Yes, this love story is one of the most popular. They are now facing one of the toughest storms in their marriage. The last we heard, or I heard, they are now divorced, right? But anything can happen tomorrow. But beyond the headlines, the social media reactions, what lessons can we learn about love in general, about commitment and reality of marriage? Did you learn anything? Or you're just one of those people that just follow the trend and then it's gone? I always try to learn one or two things about trends, people, strangers, friends. Are you one of us? Hey there, welcome to Thrive with Yeye, your space for personal growth, motivation, and building better relationships. So today we're diving into 5 powerful lessons we can take from their story, Annie and Tuface Idibia. What lessons can we take? So let's dive in. If you're ready to learn from all this, stick around because we all need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. I hope you're one of the people that learn at every given opportunity. I hope you're not the one that feels you know it all. So let us learn one or two. Of course, few things you can learn from this marriage. All right. Some people feel once you are madly head over heels in love, the future will sort itself. Really? Have you ever seen anything like that? That because somebody is or some people are in love, everything is okay. Now, my darling, never fall for that love. Love is the greatest experience. Do not get me wrong. It's the sweetest, the greatest, and the biggest assignment. Love can make or do not let me say the negative part of it. If you don't know our best, love will definitely test you. Ask around. If you don't have the shield, the hammer, and the sword that you need to sustain and excel in love, in terms of an understanding, you need knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You need to be tolerant, right? You need to be able to tolerate a lot. You need to be patient. You need to persevere. You need to be humble, and you need the spirit to discern. All right, you will be tormented. Do not let anybody sugarcoat you and probably feel awfully. It's not for the immature. And I'm not referring to your age. Marriage is not for the immature. And this maturity has nothing to do with age now. Somebody might be 40 and above and still not understand how to love. Many people think love conquers all. But relationships need trust, respect, consistent efforts, understanding, good communication. That's the truth. Annie has always been vocal about her deep love for Tuface. Everybody knows it's right there. But the challenges prove that love does not automatically fix everything. That you love somebody does not mean that you will excel in marriage together. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is a successful marriage requires more than feelings. It needs intentional efforts on your part and your partner's part, understanding and boundaries. All our love coaches, marriage coaches say this often. Your partner might be mature, but when it comes to his siblings, his friends, work, business, or even with you as a girlfriend or as a boyfriend, he or she might be immature. He or she might be immature in marriage. Yes, maturity doesn't have to be like the fact that he's mature in boyfriend and girlfriend that is going to be mature in marriage. Marriage is totally different from whatever you think when you're not yet married. As they married, marriage is totally different. And no two marriages is the same. You can only understand the full meaning of marriage when you are in it. And that is the truth that everybody will tell you. Only when you're in it, that is when you will understand what it means to be married. Because you really don't know the level of maturity you or your partner has until you are in it. No, you learn on the job. You test yourself. You're tested on the job. It is as simple as that. So this is lesson 3. Communication can make or break any relationship, not just marriage, if you don't know how to communicate. So communication is key, is one of the most important that you need to know. The relationship has been public, and for instance, we've been seeing emotional and outbursts, indirect messages online, coming online to rant, to put business out there for people, even things that could be sorted indoor. But it's been a public thing, public file, cryptic, everything, media posts, venting online, often worsen conflicts instead of solving them. Honestly, coming online, social media, it makes the whole thing worse. So healthy communication is private, direct, and constructive. In fact, this one I learned on the job, actually, and I'm still learning. When emotions are high, take a step back before speaking or posting online. Oftentimes, you feel like you don't go with your emotions at that point in time. So this is lesson 4. External influence can destroy marriage. When something happens, instead for you to go on your knee as a woman or a man, you pick your call and tell your friend and tell everybody. One major challenge in their relationship has been external interference. You can even see from this last phase, the whole thing that happened and everything. Family, social media, friends, public eye, everybody has a say. Everybody has one or two things to say about their relationship, which is not good. The more opinions involved in your relationship, the harder it is to navigate challenges privately. It is really hard to navigate challenges privately. And when it's private, it's easier to communicate, to sort things out. But when it becomes public, different opinion. All right. So the main thing is protect your marriage from outside noise, from third party. It is actually not everybody that should have access to your personal life. It is not everything that you need to tell somebody. Talk to your partner. It is just you and this person in this marriage. All right, learn to talk to your partner. So that brings us to lesson 5. Healing takes time. Give them time, not just promises. All right, healing takes time. So when you hurt someone, you need to give them time to heal. Annie has repeatedly forgiven Tuface, but forgiveness doesn't erase past pain overnight. That is why some people will tell you, but I said sorry, but apologize. Apologies does not erase the pain, what you have said to hurt somebody. Unresolved issues resurface, and if they aren't fully healed, addressed, and worked on, it will continue to affect the marriage. That is just the way it works. We are all learning, but there are things that we can learn from one another. Forgiveness is powerful, but healing requires actions. Healing requires actions. You need to constantly do better. Consistency and emotional effort from both parties. You need to be intentional. All right. So knowing when to walk away. This is the next lesson is knowing when to walk away. Every relationship has challenges, but when is enough truly enough? Let's talk about when is truly enough. It's unclear if this is a final separation or if they will reconcile. Though I heard they're divorced now, but the story highlights an important truth. Yes, it highlights an important truth. Sometimes living is an act of self-respect. Sometimes, yes, living is an act of self-respect. All right. So every person deserves a relationship where they feel secure, valued, and emotionally safe. When you're in a relationship that you're constantly checking phones, in panic attacks, wondering where your partner has gone, then you need to check yourself or your relationship. So basically, marriage is the most beautiful thing, but it takes more than love to make it work. Don't let anyone deceive you. You see the butterflies when you're married. What do you think about this situation? Let's talk about it. Do you believe love alone is enough? Is love enough to pay the bills? Is it enough to sustain a marriage? Let's talk about this. Let's discuss this in the comment section. All right, is love enough? For me, I feel friendship. I know friendship is the best. When you're married to your friend, this friend will know you. But tell you what, to the best of my knowledge, when you're married to your best friend, it's not just your best friend. When you have history together, you have stories, your foundation is solid, and you decided that God is the center of your home. No matter what happens, no matter how tired, how busy you might be, or you get, or you become, never let God out of your home, out of your day-to-day activities, out of your marriage. Talk about God. Let God be the center of it all. And then you need to understand the fact that nobody is perfect. Your partner is not perfect. Neither are you. Are you perfect? So you need to understand that this person is human just like you. And we are bound to make mistakes. And then you need to give the space that if this person hurts me, I'm ready to forgive. If you are the type that like to hold on to this person did this to me, I'm going to hold on. I'm sorry, you might not be mature enough for marriage. If you are the type that wants to pay back, take revenge, you cannot take that into a marriage. If you are the type that like to talk about everything, somebody step on me, you talk about it. Somebody look at me somehow, you talk about it. You might not really, because there's a whole lot of things that you would see and then just let it go. It's not everything you complain about. It's not everything. And then you need to understand when your partner, the right time to actually bring a topic up. You need to watch the mood. Oh, this partner is not in this type of mood. You need to be understanding. You need to be their happy place. You need to make sure that there is peace at home, especially for we women. Make sure you are his peace, and definitely he has to be your peace too. You have to be his best friend. You have to be the one that he wants to come home to every time. When your partner tells you something, don't use that to hurt them the next day. Don't use that to insult them, because you are losing their trust gradually if you don't know. So I guess we've been able to learn one or two things about Annie and Tuface relationship. We learn from people around us, so keep learning. This is an institution that you don't get to graduate from, but with God on your side, constant, you're getting wisdom here and there, asking God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and learning through what's happening around you, we will all excel. There is no way. Believe it, you will excel. So if this video is the type that you like, do not forget to subscribe, share. So thank you for going with me, for watching the video to this point. So if you found value in this video, don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll see you in the next one. Till I come your way, this is Thrive with Yeye. Bye.